All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, we are back again on the other side of the coin. Look how we are dressed up for this particular occasion. I mean, literally, we did a stream not that long ago, but we had a feeling. We had a feeling that this was going to happen, and luckily enough, we were ready for it. I'm just so glad that I didn't go to bed. Normally, I would be bed by now. It's 2:05 a.m. unless if there was a match. I was definitely not going to watch the charity or community shield, whatever it is. Luckily, I stayed up, and luckily, things just went absolutely bonkers. I have Ishan ready as usual. We've got the sunnies on as well because, it's a bit too, there's so much light, there's so much shine. We have got our bad boy, Romelu Lukaku. It is a go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Ishan, how you doing, my boy?
Maze, I'm on a different level today. I'm on a different level. I'm pumped up like never before. It's like double. It's like a double blow to us, especially in India, because India's just won an Olympic gold medal in Tokyo Olympics. So shout out to all the Indian fans in this live chat and Jai Hind. And talking about Lukaku, man, oh man, we've got a striker finally, and now we're serious Premier League contenders, right?
100%, 100%. That was the biggest issue. And oh my God, man, we finally got this in the bag. Look, as much as a lot of our fan base, we wanted Erling Haaland, but let's be honest about it. Romelu Lukaku is a fantastic, fantastic striker as well on his own right. And it is so good to see the here we go from Fabrizio Romano. As soon as he said, I mean, we knew it was coming anyway with Matt Law, Simon Johnson, so many other journalists, Nizar. But as soon as you saw, I'm just going to bring this up. It's obviously iconic, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, shout out to the live chat. You guys have been the real ones. Honestly, it's so good to see you guys. It's epic. I mean, let us know how you feel as well at the same time, knowing that this deal has now literally it's done. It's done. We're just waiting for the official announcement, and I'm pretty certain we shall hear an official announcement maybe sometime tomorrow. We are getting him ready, hopefully, for the Super Cup. But here we go. Fabrizio Romano. Romelu Lukaku to Chelsea confirmed, and here we go. The agreement is set to be completed after further talks. 150 million to Inter and no players included. Paperwork's to be signed once details are fixed. Lukaku will sign a long-term contract for 12 million plus add-ons, as you guys can see in the ticker down below as well. Looks like it's a 5-year contract. 115 million. It's a club record, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we need to understand this is a huge deal. This is a club record for Chelsea. 115 million euros. I think it comes up approximately about 95 or 96 million pounds. I mean, Ishan, man, how you feeling, man? Club record signing, ladies and gentlemen.
It had to be. It had to be. I think so. There's no two other ways about this. Inter Milan we already discussed this. Inter Milan were very stubborn. They needed money, and then we were there to give them the money. Yes, there were negotiations, but Inter Milan kept the door open. Unlike Erling Haaland's deal, which was it became difficult day after day. So this Inter Milan, were open for negotiations, and we negotiated well. Initially, the first bid was 80 million pounds, and then we came up with an 85 plus Alonso, knowing the fact that they were interested with Alonso. They rejected. They say that they need money more than Alonso, and we said, fine, we'll come up with another deal which will include two things. So this deal basically had two verticals, right? They had given options. It was something like 110 million euros plus Zappa Costa, or you have 115 million euros pure cash, right? So Inter Milan went with the second option, and here we go with 115 million euros. So it had to be. I think so, and it's fair for Romelu Lukaku. It wouldn't have been fair maybe with if it sign a Declan Rice with that much money. But if it's Lukaku and it's a striker and he assure us goals, then why not? So I'm happy and really looking forward to the next season.
Yeah, man, so crucial. I mean, this signing was big. I think from here we can start seeing Jules Kounde happening very soon. We should probably get a midfielder as well. But this was so crucial. I need to say, Simon Johnson was the first one to start this. Obviously, it was Matt Law a long time back as well. He's been consistently talking about that we are probably interested in Romelu Lukaku. Simon Johnson a few days ago started saying that, don't be surprised if Chelsea make a third attempt for Lukaku, no matter what Inter stance is, from my piece explaining Chelsea's move to switch from Haaland to Lukaku on Monday. He literally said this last Monday, or earlier this week, sorry. Today's obviously Saturday. So earlier this week on Monday, he said that. And since then, it has moved immensely. Alex, thank you so much for the super chat, my man Miz. Please go back to sleep. Hopefully Kounde will happen too in the meantime. Everything
will be
happens
back
when I'm
for
asleep.
Kounde as well. Alex will be back for Kounde as well.
It seems to be that every time I go to bed, things happen. But luckily, Alex, I stayed up. I don't know why. I think the last stream when we finished just a couple of hours ago, Ishan and I, you guys were all there. I was just hanging about. It was 11:30. I was just hanging about, and then the news started to trickle in, and I thought that maybe something was going to happen tonight, and it has happened tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We've got ourselves a striker, lethal striker. Puts us in such a great position to, as Ishan said, for challenging for the Premier League. That's exactly what we should be going for. I just want to bring back Simon Johnson's tweets again. He's got over here. All Chelsea fans should be delighted. Romelu Lukaku is heading back to Stamford Bridge. Here's why we want to. I'll read out the article as well. Actually, I'll read it out now. In fact, I'll read you guys the article straight from the Athletic. I won't read out the whole thing, but the most juicy sort of stuff. It goes something like this. Chelsea agreed club record 115 million euros deal with Inter over Romelu Lukaku's transfer. Chelsea today agreed a deal worth a club record 115 million to re-sign striker Romelu Lukaku. The Belgium international, who was at Stamford Bridge between 2011 to 2014, is expected to sign a 5-year contract worth around 12 to 13 million a year net. 12 to 13 million a year net, about 195,000 pounds a week after tax. So there you go, 195,000 a week after tax. It will make him the highest earner at Stamford Bridge. So he is going to be the highest earner at Stamford Bridge. As Athletic reported,
More than Kounde, right?
More than Kounde, yeah, more than Kounde. After tax figure, so maybe before tax, this will go up to more than 300,000. As the Athletic reported yesterday, talks between the two clubs stepped up on Friday, with Chelsea aiming to include fringe players to lower the sum involved, while Inter Milan were hoping to get well in excess of 100 million. Chelsea were determined to get the switch completed by Sunday night to ensure Lukaku is ready to start the Premier League season, and a compromise has been reached. Both sides will be happy with how negotiations have gone. Chelsea have managed to keep the fee under 100 million, while Inter Milan will receive the total in cash. It's all in cash. Lukaku made it clear that he was keen on a move back to Stamford Bridge when he was between 2011 and 2014. I'll read you guys later on why Lukaku is interested on the move, which will be very interesting to touch on. But Ishan, man, I mean, 195,000 a week, the highest earner. We wanted him to be ready before the season started as well. It also says it was easy to negotiate to Inter Milan. Obviously, it seemed like it's not easy the way it was going, but I think in the background they were keen to sell as well. We were keen to buy. Romelu Lukaku was keen to be taken as well. I mean, this is great. How quick did this move as well, Ishan, right?
Yeah. So the intention for Chelsea Football Club was to sign Lukaku as fast as they can. Maybe not for the Super Cup. Maybe because it's too risky to place him in the Super Cup. He needs to be aware of Thomas Tuchel's tactics, and he needs to have more training sessions before going for a Super Cup. So maybe not for the Super Cup, but then he should be available for the first Chelsea Chelsea's Premier League match against Crystal Palace. So that's what Chelsea is aiming right from the beginning of this negotiation, sir. That let Chelsea and Inter Milan seal the deal very quickly, so that Lukaku can come here in London and start with Chelsea right from the first match against Crystal Palace. So that's what Chelsea has been targeting, and maybe the way this deal has been going, we all saw that the moment when Chelsea got rejected with that 85 plus Alonso deal, it was in a jiffy, in a very next moment, that Chelsea came up and said, listen, we're going to throw in a 110 or 115 million euro plus deal, and that should be accepted. So it went really quick, and even Inter Milan, there might be backdoors negotiation that Inter Milan might have said that, listen, this is the bar. If you go above this, we're selling Lukaku to you, right? That might have been the case, and Chelsea were like, fine, take 115 million euros and give us Lukaku, and that was done in a jiffy. So it'll be now very interesting to see how much time does it take for Lukaku to come here and complete his medicals, all the documentation process and everything. He comes when he joins in the other lads, and especially Thomas Tuchel, for the first training that he does here. So that the day he marks his first training is the day we start to calculate, till when he should be very much available and ready. I still hope that he should be available for the first Premier League game against Crystal Palace. But talking about Super Cup, I think so it's highly unlikely.
Yeah, I think you might be right. The Super Cup's literally just around the corner in a couple of days' time. But yeah, the Crystal Palace game, there is a little bit of time, obviously just about a week to go. And maybe we can get it all done by then. Gianluca Di Marzio, the guy who has been covering this news immensely. Shout out to Di Marzio, obviously, for covering it in that manner. Lukaku is coming back to Chelsea. It's time now to schedule medical tests for the coming days. 115 million to Inter confirmed, 11 million plus bonus to Romelu Lukaku. Man, this is fantastic. You know what? A shout out to Dan McCarthy as well, man. He talked about this particular deal a long time ago, and he got so much abuse online. So massive shout out to Dan McCarthy, who's one of the in the nose of Chelsea community, and he was talking about Romelu Lukaku well before everyone got excited about the Erling Haaland. And as I said, he got so many abuse for it, but he started a new trend, Dan deal. So yeah, shout out to him as well. I just want to bring out this particular tweet from David Amoya. David Amoya, who's a very big fan of the Italian league. He runs a particular podcast called Calcioland, and he said over here, obviously a tough pill to swallow to see a player of Lukaku's caliber leave league and Inter, but at least he won a Scudetto for the club, and he's leaving for a massive plus Valenza over his remaining amortized value of 38 million and at the reported 115 million. I mean, Ishan, from Inter's point of view as well, like they've how much was the transfer when they took him from Man United? Does anyone know? Live chat, let me know what the transfer was from when Inter Milan took Lukaku from Man United, because I don't think they made a loss. If anything, I think they probably might have made a profit. So, I can see it, obviously a tough pill to swallow, but at least he won a Scudetto, and he's leaving for a massive plus Valenza over his remaining amortized value. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they've probably made a bit of a profit. But from Inter's point of view, Ishan, as well, I mean,
80 million euros. 80 million
euros, and now they've got 115 million euros, man. Seriously, that's some brilliant business from them. There you go. A few people are just commenting.
In fact, you know what, Miz? I think so. Man United had a loss. When they bought Lukaku, it was around 90 million euros, reportedly, maybe, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
That's crazy. Inter Milan's made some madness money. I mean, look, let's talk.
Yes, it was 90. It was 75 million. Oh, wait a minute. It's more than that. 75. Yeah. 90, around 90 to 95 million euros. And then they sold to 80. So basically around 15 to 17 million euro loss for United.
Yeah,
when they
and and
sold
and
Inter.
and Inter Milan's just made a profit. I
Made
mean,
a
from
profit.
Inter's point of view as well. I mean, this is a pretty big loss, man. I mean, they've just won the Scudetto. They were, getting ready to play in the Champions League. Um, do you see them being in a bit of a mess, or do you see them being able to, find? I don't think if they'll be able to find the same caliber of striker. I know they're linked with Dovan Zapata, who's a very good striker indeed, Edin Dzeko as well.
Yeah.
But what do you think is going to happen to Inter? Inter in the mud or what?
Yeah, let's look this situation from the other side of the coin. Yeah, it's very much evident that they have sold. Now they're on the verge of selling Lautaro Martinez as well, right? Now,
Yeah.
if they do sell Lautaro Martinez, they might be selling the three top players for Inter, who's just won them the Scudetto last season, with the likes of Hakimi, Lukaku, and Lautaro Martinez, right? Now, from performance point of view, Inter is going down. That's definitely, you cannot expect Inter to win the Serie A again next season without Lukaku, without Hakimi, without Lautaro Martinez. If that happens, you're not expecting Inter to win the Serie A. Although Inter would expect themselves to reach the top four. If they reach the top four without these three guys, it would be a huge win for Inter. Why, I'll tell you. The financial crisis of Inter Milan is the biggest concern for the club as a club. As a club standpoint, it is the most important thing to come out. Even after they won the Scudetto, after they've qualified for the Champions League, the debts were so much that they were already planning to sell Lukaku. They had the vision in mind before the transfer market opened. This transfer market opened. They had the intention to sell Lukaku and Martinez. And also reportedly Hakimi to inherit some funds and at least have a relief, have a financial relief. Now, I think so. It's a good move. I'll be very honest with you. It's a good move. Why? Because it's important for a club to be financially stable first and then improve your squad slowly and
Yeah.
gradually, rather
Yeah.
than improving your squad and then become financially very uncertain and then very
Unsustainable. Yeah.
unsustainable. Yeah, just like Barcelona have, right? So I think so. It's a very good move and it's a very clever move by Inter Milan. They know what their club wants. It's very important to analyze that what does your club want at what point of time. You should know that if performance wise there is an inclination for Inter Milan for a couple of seasons, it's fine. The first and foremost objective for a club is to survive. If you survive financially, then eventually whenever the financial stability comes up, you eventually going to buy good players and you're going to be back performance wise. We've already seen the downfall of Inter Milan in the previous years. Performance wise, they've not won the Scudetto for so many years, but now they have, thanks to Lukaku, Antonio Conte, Hakimi, Ashraf Hakimi, and Lautaro Martinez. Reportedly all of these guys would be going out, right? Including three of them are gone, including Conte, and now Martinez is also on the verge of leaving if he does. That's the thing. If now, even if Inter Milan sells Lautaro Martinez with a good amount of money, and they become financially stable for now, I think so. It's a good move and a good decision for Inter Milan as a club. Let them be financially stable. The next season they should not be expected to win the Serie A. Is fine. Reach the top four, it'll be a good win. That's why I'm saying if Inter Milan reaches the top four for the next season, it's a good win for them, for from the mission perspective for the next season. Now, once they get stable, financially stable, this pandemic goes away, and then slowly and steadily
Yeah.
their business grows, and they become financially stable for maybe, let's say, after a couple of seasons. Why not buy a big striker again and then become, climb the ladder to greatness again? So I think so. It's a very, very good deal for Inter Milan as well.
Yeah, 100% agreed, man. I mean, the amount of money that they've just scored over here, 115 million euros. Hakimi as well, 80 million euros. I mean, brilliant work. And hopefully they can stabilize themselves, as you said. I just want to point out the fact Antonio Conte played a very big part on Romelu Lukaku's growth in the last two seasons. I'm just going to bring up some stats as well, meanwhile. Just quickly, Nizar Kinsella saying, multiple sources are telling me the deal in principle is done between Chelsea and Inter for Romelu Lukaku at 115 million. A small portion of it is tied up in add-ons, formalizing it this weekend, an announcement expected on Monday or Tuesday. That'd be brilliant, man. I just want to, as I said, I want to bring out Romelu Lukaku's stats for the past two seasons. we need to appreciate the fact that I think playing under Antonio Conte, who's a tactical manager, I think that will help him a lot to be under someone like Thomas Tuchel as well. Hopefully it won't take him too long to understand the patterns of play, the movements, pressing, counter pressing, what he needs to do to up front. Let me just bring this up because his stats in the Serie A over the last 2 seasons have been nothing short of madness, to be honest. So this is what it looks like for season 2021. Serie A, 36 matches, 24 goals, 10 assists. I mean, Ishan, this guy is not just banging in goals, but he's a team player. He's looking for assists as well. Champions League, 5 matches, 4 goals. It's Italy Cup, 3 matches, 2 goals. And we'll come back to this. Let me just quickly show you guys 1920 as well. Incredible, some of these numbers, man. And let's be honest, Italy is not any of a slouch kind of a league. There's some serious defenders. Italians are very good at defending, man. For season 1920, 36 matches, 23 goals again, 2 assists. So he's actually gotten better. Europa League, 6 matches, 7 goals, 2 assists. Champions League, 5 matches, 2 goals, 2 assists. So 23-2 in Serie A. And obviously this season, last season that just went by, 24-10. I mean, Ishan, these are some very good numbers, man.
Yeah, it is. And just like you said, Lukaku has improved over the years, especially in Inter Milan. His hold-up play has been massive. He's now actually using his physique to improve his hold-up play, and he did in Inter Milan's past season. Plus the link-up that he has with the midfielders. We've seen so many times him linking up with Arturo Vidal, and creating some good gameplay up front there.
Yeah.
Also, yes, we can argue the fact that Lautaro Martinez and Lukaku's partnership was very, very important for Inter Milan. So maybe in Chelsea, Havertz has to play the role of Lautaro Martinez and really help up, gel up with Lukaku and create that chemistry up front. If it happens, I mean, wow. And I'm so excited to see how the other lads gel up as well, especially Hakim Ziyech and Lukaku. It's going to be great, especially we talk about Lukaku's disadvantages, knowing the fact that he's had some bad first touches in the past time when his tenure in Premier League with Man United. Yes, but I see him improving. I definitely see him improving, and even Antonio Conte has said many times that he has improved with his other abilities as well, which makes him one of the best strikers in world football now. So definitely he has improved. And also we should not forget the fact that we've got Thomas Tuchel, who's definitely going to improve him further. He's going to take one step further and improve this player. We're going to talk about the formation and lineup later a bit, but what I can say from now is Lukaku is coming to a place where we play in back 3, and he's well acquainted with the back 3. I think so. He gets the best out of himself with the back 3. Belgium plays a back 3, and look at his record in Belgium. Inter Milan played the whole season with the back 3. Look at his record in Inter Milan with Antonio Conte. So we are playing with the back 3. It'll be perfect. And maybe, just maybe, that's why we've not shifted to a back 4. We've stuck with back 3 to bring out the best out of Lukaku.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. There's something to think about. A lot of people are talking about in the live chat, they're trying to track Romelu Lukaku's plane trip when he's landing at London for the medical.
Jordan is asking which airport could Lukaku land at.
You guys are next level live chat. Honestly, smash the like button, guys, if you're enjoying this.
Guys, come on, smash it.
Smash it. It's a Lukaku special. It's a time to celebrate. We finally got ourselves that lethal number 9 that we've desired for so long. I do want to talk about one more thing before we get into some other tweets and also the article in the Athletic. I just want to read up, and then obviously we'll do the formation as well to see exactly where how we could line up. A lot of people have been saying. I just want to bring this up, this particular comment from Kawasi. Thanks so much for this comment, my man. They shouldn't give Lukaku the number 9 shirt, please. The shirt is something else. Let me tell you something. I recently just ordered the yellow shirt that we have as our away kit, number 9 Lukaku, that should be arriving very, very soon. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. If you think about some of the nines that we've had recently, Tammy Abraham, Morata. Tammy Abraham actually hasn't been bad as a nine. He actually hasn't been bad. He's just been unlucky that he hasn't gotten game time. But he banged in goals under Frank Lampard. I believe 15 or 16 Premier League goals as well. Last season, for the amount of games he played, still banged in 6 goals. So Morata, we shouldn't be worried about that particular one. We should be thinking about our previous nines, Diego Costa and whatnot. I'm pretty sure Didier Drogba was a 9 as well, right?
Ishan? Yeah, Drogba was 11, bro.
Oh, Drogba was 11. Sorry. Yeah, Diego Costa was a 9. Who was a 9 at that time during Drogba time?
Costa was 19. Costa was 19. Drogba was 11. Higuain wore 9, was a flop. Morata wore a 9, was a flop. And who else was a flop, guys?
So this is about the shirt 9. This is about the shirt 9, right?
Jersey number 9.
I'm more talking about players that are playing as a number 9. I mean, okay, the shirt 9.
The shirt number 9. The shirt.
Who are some of the players that played shirt number 9, man?
Morata failed. Higuain
failed. Yeah.
Did Shevchenko play a number 9? I'm not sure. Did Shevchenko play a number 9?
Let me just.
Alexandre Pato, I think so, was number 9.
Yeah, Pato was number 9 as well.
Yeah,
yeah, look, I'm not. Torres, there you go. Torres as well from Brent Smith. Yeah, man. Look, I'm not worried, man. I think Romelu Lukaku, he'll take care of it. He's been a number 9 at Inter Milan. There's no doubt he gets any other number.
Falcao.
Falcao. Look at some of these names, man. Look, Falcao, we got him once he was injured, after he was injured. We never got Falcao at his peak. Pato, he came in as well when he was absolutely washed up. Torres, yeah, he's probably one that we kind of expect. But then again, he had that injury at Liverpool, and then he came to Chelsea. So it wasn't as if he was at his prime. Who are some of the Morata? Morata was a proper flop, obviously. Higuain from Sarri. I don't know what happened. That was a flop. But I mean, Ishan, are you worried about the number 9 jersey? I'm not worried, man. I think Romelu Lukaku, he's definitely going to wear the number 9, but I think he's going to do very well.
Before I address that, guys, 140 of you guys watching, please smash the like button. It's just 50. Take the likes up to 100. It's been a huge day. And in the chat, I can see Gurman Singh asking why we're wearing the shades. Paji, it's a great day. It's a great day. Come on. Chelsea signed Lukaku. India won a gold medal. I mean, I am elated. Look, taking back to your question, number 9, I think so he'll get a number 9. And knowing the fact that if Tammy Abraham leaves, I think so Tammy should be leaving now. 100% he should be leaving. So number 9 is what Lukaku would be aiming for. That's what he wore in Inter Milan, right? Am I afraid? I don't know if I don't know if that superstitious actually works. I don't know, but I'm not afraid because I don't. The superstition is a secondary to me. First comes the performance, and he's been performing good. If he starts banging in goals, then I think so it'll be well and good for him. But then it actually worries you thinking about the superstitions, thinking about the number of fails that we had with number 9. It actually, even if you're not superstitious, you still started thinking about it.
Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time that Lukaku just comes in and just cleans, just destroys that particular superstitious. I'm gonna take my shades off. It's starting to, because I've got the headset. It's starting to really hurt me now.
Yeah.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
I can actually see you.
I'm full preparedness. Man.
Yeah, you're full prepared, man. You're full prepared. Now I can see the live chat far better. Brent Smith saying, "Can we get 9 with Tammy still here? Mount can't even get 8 from Barkley." Look, Mount will probably get from Barkley. I'm pretty certain Mount will end up being an 8. Hopefully we let
if
go of
gets
Barkley
an 8,
soon.
I'm in the mud, miss. You know why.
Oh, yeah, you got the 19. Look, that's fine, man. That's fine. But Tammy, I think this is interesting. I think we should see a movement of Tammy very soon now. Now that Lukaku is done, I think we will be shipping off Tammy very soon. Don't be surprised. I hope he goes to Atalanta. I think that will be a very, very good move for him.
It's very interesting, isn't it, Miss? Zapata and Tammy Abraham situation now.
Yeah, so if if Inter Milan ends up getting Zapata, then I think Atalanta is after Tammy Abraham, and Chelsea wants to sell him abroad. They don't want to sell him to any of the teams within the Champions League. So, and I think Atalanta is a very good move, man. Gasperini as the manager over there, they play Champions League football, so he gets to showcase his talent over there. And they play very, very good football all up. So it's a good opportunity for him. And with some of his team, some of his mates or previous teammates, the likes of Tomori and Giroud, they're in the Serie A. So it'll be very, very good shout for him. Liam Toomey here is saying 7 years after he left and 4 years after Chelsea wanted him back, Lukaku's finally returning. He might not be as exciting a name to some fans as Haaland, but he's one of the most reliable goal scorers in Europe, an elite answer to this team's most glaring need. There you go. Very, very glaring need. I mean, Ishan, it's so iconic, the fact that it's exactly 10 years since he was signed the first time. And now he's returning back. I mean, could there have been any sort of implication around that as well? That look, 10 years, it's been a decade, it's the exact time frame. Let's make it happen today. Do you reckon Chelsea kind of pushed them? We need to finish today. Whatever you want, let's get it done.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Lukaku, despite he likes Inter Milan, he actually likes Chelsea Football Club as well. He's a fan of this club, and he said that many times. He loves Stamford Bridge, he loves the stadium, he loves the atmosphere, he loves London. Yes, now it's a different situation. He's been there in Inter Milan and he's loved by the people. Just look at the way people are protesting against this deal and negotiation. But then it is what it is, and Inter Milan, had to sell him. We've talked about the negotiations and the deals. But yes, Lukaku, it's a special thing and a special atmosphere. Chelsea might have definitely said that, yeah, listen, you've got to prove, you had something to prove here, right? Then this is the best day, best opportunity. It's been 10 years. Come back here, and maybe even Lukaku might have now actually get into and forced Inter Milan to actually get the negotiation over as quick as possible, because even he as a player, as a striker, would want to start the Premier League right from day one. Even he would have aimed that. So even Chelsea went up and forced this deal to be done as quick as possible. The day maybe we can say it's a coincidence, or maybe we can say Chelsea influenced it. But then the happy thing is the deal went out quick, and we can expect Lukaku to start right from the game one against Crystal Palace.
Yeah, man. I know. Look, Ishan, I know you said that maybe it's too early for the Super Cup game, but maybe if we can at least have him in the bench and he can come on right at the end for maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that would be so good to see, man. Because the last time the Super Cup game was where it kind of destroyed his Chelsea career, and he left against Bayern Munich. But the beautiful game, really, really good commentary, Super Cup redemption incoming. It'd be good to have him in the team. And if, hopefully we win, we should be aiming to win. And it'll be so good to see him lift the trophy as well. Comes in. I mean, Jack Grealish is in the bench apparently today for Man City, and literally he just signed and did his medical not that long ago. So, I mean, it's not too far-fetched that he could be part of the squad and be in the bench as well, right?
Yeah. It might be, but for me, it seems highly unlikely, right? Because I don't know. It takes time. It takes time, especially in Chelsea. We're really cautious, and it's quite evident. Even the last time, even when we signed Werner, Havertz, we saw that we took time until these guys were medically clear. Then they had multiple of training sessions, individual training sessions, and then they came up with the lad, and then they were slowly and steadily ready with the other lads, and for the final games. So for me, I'd say it's still highly unlikely. But if he does, because just knowing the fact that he's still been training at Inter, right? He had not stopped his training. He was continuously training at Inter Milan, and when he comes to Chelsea, it won't be something that'll be a pause. He'll come, have his medical, and then straight away into the training grounds, meet Tuchel and the lads. So it is possible, but it seems highly unlikely. But if he does, if he does feature against the Super, what a movie it would be. It would be like a fantasy movie. Him missing the penalty back in the last Super Cup final, and coming back here against Villarreal, another Super Cup final. If he wins it and lifts the trophy, perfect movie.
100%. Perfect movie. Someone should be doing a movie on this. I want to read this out. The continuing on from the Athletic article. Why is Lukaku so interested in the move? So this is what they said. It is understood that Lukaku has been genuinely happy at Inter Milan and in Serie A, where he feels more appreciated than he did in the Premier League. Even the departure of his trusted manager Kounde didn't unsettle him. If there is one club, however, for which he would move back to England, it would be Chelsea, and their interest has proven too much. Lukaku played just 15 times for Chelsea between 2011 and 2014 after being bought from Anderlecht for £18 million. His dream was to emulate the club's legendary frontman Didier Drogba, and the Ivory Coast international remains his idol of his. There would also be no question over how quickly Lukaku can adapt to the Premier League. He has an impressive record of 113 goals in 252 top-flight appearances already for Chelsea, West Brom, Everton and Man United combined. Naturally, the Belgian will also know Chelsea's surroundings very well. I mean, honestly, when they do the proper announcement for Romelu Lukaku, the Chelsea official website, the Twitter page, I hope there is some sort of like a recollection with Didier Drogba. I mean, Didier Drogba is his idol. We've seen many pictures all around social media, how they sort of hold each other and they look up to each other. They talk to each other in social media as well. And not that long ago, they were sort of flirting around with the idea of Romelu Lukaku being back in Instagram in the stories. So, I mean, Ishan, it would be a great touch to see Drogba in the announcement as well, right?
Yeah, Drogba, man. I know he likes Lukaku, and Drogba was there when Lukaku actually was a part of Chelsea Football Club back in 2011. Drogba was the main striker for Chelsea, and we also had Fernando Torres back then. So Drogba, Lukaku might have had born from that time, right? And Drogba knows Lukaku from that time, and maybe he knew the fact that Lukaku being a young and promising striker, he might not feature for Chelsea Football Club because he himself was featuring for Chelsea Football Club as a striker. So Lukaku might not be featuring for that, and especially having known the fact that Fernando Torres was the other option behind Drogba. Lukaku's game time was really under jeopardy, and he had to leave. Drogba knew that, and maybe he also realized that he's going to be a big striker one day, and eventually it became. Yes, we've pointed out many times, Miz, right, that there's a teasing going on between Drogba and Lukaku in Instagram, and it really sparked that debate that Lukaku's coming to Chelsea or not. So eventually he did, and if Drogba comes there, with on the announcement date, it would be perfect.
100%. Ladies and gentlemen, just quickly before we do the formation, then we're really going to talk about the different titles, Premier League titles, and what our chances are now. Declare, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Happy the saga is over. Can't wait for the season to start. I know Declared, you've along with many fans, myself as well, we wanted Haaland, but
I feel the pain, Declared. I feel the pain.
At the end of the day, we got Lukaku, which is still a fantastic striker. And can't wait for the seasons to start. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to do the formation to see how the front line could look like, the team could look like. Smash that like button, get the likes up to well over 100 straight away, guys. We've got 150 people. Let's get those likes up. As I've always said, the likes. Yeah, go on, bro.
Yeah, before you move on, a quick shout out to Jack Zeldin. He's going crazy in live chat. He's spitting fire there. So shout out to him. He's been. I'm enjoying his chats. So yeah, go on, guys.
Yes, Jack Zeldin. Thank you so much for the comments, my man. We'll do the live chat. Smash the like button. 150 people live right now, 151. Get those likes up to well over 100. It's just directly correlated to the growth of this channel. It is a very fantastic day. We confirmed pretty much confirmed. It is confirmed that Lukaku is coming to Chelsea. It's just a matter of now the official announcement. So let's get those likes up. A lot of the live chat is saying that Kounde next. It is 100% Kounde next. Saravanan is talking about Mizball now. We'll do a bit of a madness. Mizball is back.
Mizball now. Incoming Mizball.
But
Miziola.
Miziola is here. The tactician is here. Ishan, let's do this, bro. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it.
We are going to have, obviously, 3 at the back. That's what we always do. I get the feeling, though, that we may line up like this, though. I have a feeling we may line up like this. We'll do this, and then we can also do a variation of it anyway. But I feel like we may be lining up something like this. We'll start from the back. Mendy for sure. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
I think these spots are done. Rudiger will be in here as well. In the middle, when Thiago Silva is fit, I think it has to be Thiago Silva. So we'll go with that. In the right side, we don't have Jules Kounde yet. Who are you putting, by the way, Ishan?
Maybe Reece James there. I would rather Reece James.
Yeah, I think
because I've got something framed in my mind. I'll let you know that, and then maybe we can switch it up later.
100. I would like to see Chohi.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's probably why you're going with RJ. Yeah, better defensively, and obviously Chile. I'm going with Jorginho here. Kante. Would you change anything in the midfield? Jorginho, Kante, you like this?
No, yeah, perfect, fine. Yeah.
Brilliant. Here is when it gets interesting. I know certain players will play. Don't take this particular lineup as if this is the lineup forever. There's going to be plenty of rotation. There's going to be plenty, form dips. I hope not. There may be some injuries as well. I hope not. But you may call me biased, but I'm going with currently what I've seen. I think it's going to be Ziyech, and it may very well be someone else. It could be Mason Mount. It could be anyone else. But I'm going with Ziyech. We'll see.
Just add that another name below that, right?
Yeah, so below that. Maybe we can add below that. This could be Ziyech or Mount, to be honest. Right. And Ishan, you can obviously change things around as well. I think Lukaku here and Kai Havertz here.
Below
some may even
Havertz,
say
it should be Pulisic, and below Lukaku should be one up, right? If I'm not wrong. What's it?
Yeah, I would probably put perhaps I'll probably put Pulisic, and it has to be a fluid front three. So they should be moving around. It shouldn't be like they're just static to that particular spot. Would you change this formation at all, or do you like the look of this?
Now this looks good, but it's just just like you said, this has to be a fluidic and flexible formation.
It could be
3-4-2-1
like
as well. Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. So even this makes sense.
Yeah.
But yes, as far as Lukaku is concerned, I think so. He'll be fixed. He'll be playing most of the games. We are not saying I don't think so. We'll be seeing Lukaku benched over Werner. I don't see that happening. I think so. Lukaku will stay constant. But then yes, just to show the fluidic and flexibility on the squad, we have named the other 3 players as well. But yes, there'll be rotation, lots of rotations. Right.
You know what? I want to mix things up a little bit because the live chat obviously are very happy with the 3 at the back. Some are saying, where's Timo? Some are saying Ziyech is going to have a monster season. Zach Zeldin. Hakiminede is saying Havertz. I do want to mix things up a little bit, Ishan. What if we were to go with a 4 at the back? So let's say...
Now we're talking.
Let's say something like
this. The thing is, this basically resembles to somewhat 4 at the back. You know what I mean?
If we really start playing around with the formation...
This basically is kind of 4 at the back.
It will end up being like this. It will end up being like that. So
it'll be a 4-2-3-1, right?
Yeah, it'll be like this, to be honest. So then it looks like it's 4 at the back, really. But I'm really talking about maybe take one of these defenders off, and then how it would look like. Let me have a go at this first, and live chat, let us know what your thoughts are as well. I would go with Rudiger and Silva. Obviously, RJ will have to move over here. We'll see what formation we play. Right back, it's either Jules Kounde or Reece James. I might actually put Kounde for the time being. I think he's going to be far more enterprising to go forward as opposed to Reece James. But then again, Reece will get a lot of game time, so I'm just going to put Reece over here as well. There's a bit of an issue on the left side. We don't have really a backup. Well, I mean, we do for the time being. Depends on who stays. We can have Alonso and Emerson, but maybe one of them will be gone. Jorginho, Kante spot over here. We can have Cover. Jorginho really doesn't have a replacement at the moment. Silva, Rudy, there's obviously going to be a lot of rotation. We can have AC. Aspie starts getting hurt. Where Aspie plays is very, very interesting. Then we can have Ziyech. Maybe we can even have a Pulisic here or a Timo Werner. We can have a Werner. We can have Pulisic. We could actually. I think we could actually end up like a 2 up top and then 2
Kounde
here.
is basically a proper centre back, right? Do you think Tuchel will play him?
I mean,
right
he's played right back for France, so there's no reason why he can't play that. I mean, he could possibly play in any of the back two. Who would you have then instead of Kounde? Would you have Reece James?
Yeah, I mean Reece James or if we play a back four, right? Reece James or Aspie, right? And Kounde should be Kounde. I think so should be, if we do sign Kounde, he should be a substitute to Rudiger.
Yeah, or, they could mix up in any of those sides.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Right.
But Kounde is someone who can play in a back four as well as a right back because he's done that for France. Timo Werner and Lukaku. I mean, how do you like this formation, Ishan? And the live chat as well. Let us know. What would you change around here? It seems like it's a little bit like Werner and Lukaku. Do you think they would start together?
Werner, Lukaku, they might. Actually, this is good and this is interesting. Why I'm going to tell you. Because, the thing is different. It's complicated, but the thing here is both of these guys got pace. Lukaku is fast, even Werner is fast. But, Werner will be very important in terms of creating space for Lukaku. There are many times that we've seen Werner's run has, enabled so many space and allowed, the likes of Hakim Ziyech and Havertz come to the position where they have space to create something, right? And this applies same with Lukaku and Werner situation. Werner with his pace, even Lukaku is fast. The thing is, Lukaku can do everything that Werner can, right? He's pace, and Lukaku is very good in dribbling also. So that's a very good add-on point. But the thing is, Werner with his pace and with his deceptive pace, actually, he can actually drag a couple of defenders and create a lot of space in the middle. That's where Lukaku comes very, very lethal. Where there are so many chances in the previous season that we've seen that we needed someone to have a tap in and be in the correct place in the inside the box, but there was nobody. So that's exactly where Lukaku comes, and he's a very, very intelligent center forward when it comes to tap ins, right? So it'll be very interesting to see. This depends on oppositions as well. If you're telling me Werner and Lukaku has to feature, maybe it's possible that the teams who plays high lines, for example Liverpool or Man City, there are high chances that we might play a Werner and Lukaku in the same match in the same formation, right? So because when you have two express-paced striker in front, it'll be very, very difficult for those high lines to maintain a counter to escape from a counter attack. So these two guys will be lethal in against the teams who maintains high lines.
Yeah, man. Some people are saying 4-2-4. This is actually a formation that Thomas Tuchel's tried before in PSG and in Dortmund, the 4-2-4. And it goes something like this. Obviously, you've got Chilwell, Rudiger, Silva, RJ as the four at the back. and then you've got the two in the middle, and they won't really push high up. They will literally hold their positions in and around these sort of areas, and then you've got the four up front to really cause havoc. It may be something like this, I suppose, a bit wide, and they should be very fluid as well. They should be able to change spots. Sometimes you may see Werner here and sometimes Havertz here. You should be able to, but obviously Lukaku is not one that I don't think he will be, changing spots too much. You may sometimes see him drop a little bit here for some link-up play, and that's when you'll start seeing, maybe Ziyech making those runs, and this is where, a right back will be very important. That can go up and down as well, and then Havertz could come in here. Werner can come down here. So there's going to be a lot of great movements that can happen in this situation. And I think Ziyech as well, the ability now for him to come into central areas from these sort of areas, that's why it's very important that there's someone that does bomb up. Of course, you can have Mounty and Ziyech maybe as a rotation, but I mean, there's a lot, Ishan, that you can do with this particular formation with four at the back. And also with the three can easily turn into four with the ball, as we've demonstrated.
And one more thing, Miz. Like I said earlier, Lukaku is a very lethal striker when any team plays a back three, especially like I've said, Belgium plays a back three, Inter Milan played a back three. And the significance of back three is the wing backs, right? Both the wing backs have to be really productive and really impactful in the game. So that's exactly why if we do play a back three, the wing backs have to be that much productive. And that's where Kyle Hudson-Odoi's importance comes out. He has that pace, he has that flair in him, he has all the technical abilities, he has that vision, and he has the good decision making in him to make Lukaku look better and provide chances to him. Reece James on a wing back position is good, very good defensively. He's very reliable defensively, but offensively, I cannot say that the same with Reece James. He needs a lot of improvement offensively, and I don't think so. If he'd actually help a lot or combine a lot with Lukaku, he might develop himself to one. But as of now, as we speak, I think so will be very, very crucial for Thomas Tuchel, to actually enhance the wing backs. If Hudson-Odoi plays and Chilwell plays here, it'll be very, very important for these two guys to enhance the gameplay of Lukaku. So just like we've seen in Inter Milan as well, right? Hakimi was one of the biggest reasons why Lukaku got so many chances, and Lukaku had the space to run in. Lukaku's combination play with Hakimi and also with Lautaro Martinez excelled a lot, and that's where the wing backs come in a back three situation. So even for us, if we go for a back three, the wing backs have to be on the toes, every single minute of the match, and just to bring out the best of Lukaku, these two positions have to work 100% and be 100% effective.
No, 100% agreed, man. Emmanuel Dominguez, it's an interesting point here. Romelu needs wingers on his left and right. Let's explore this a little bit. If we do need wingers with Romelu Lukaku over here, I think Timo Werner, we've realized that he's not a winger. I would actually have, if we're talking about in terms of form at the moment with what we saw in preseason, I would have Callum here, and Pulisic is obviously another option. And on the right side, who would you have on the right side? Would you keep Ziyech or?
I would rather keep. It would be between Ziyech and Pulisic, right? And Havertz and Mount in the number 10. That would make sense. I don't know why you keep Mount in the wing position. Mount is
not a genuine winger. I mean, he can run into those spaces, but he's not a genuine winger. In this instance as well, I think Ziyech, and then obviously you can have Cho or Pulisic. So this would how it would look like if you want proper wingers, right? So 4-2-3-1 formation, correct?
Yeah, 4-2-3-1, right.
Emmanuel Dominguez, does that make sense to you? Looking at this formation, asking for wingers. My issue with Ziyech being in the wing, Ishan, is that he needs overlapping right back. He does
Yeah.
need, and this is where my concern
Exactly.
is whether Reece James is going to overlap.
Exactly.
That this is why I was saying Kounde, because he will overlap. The guy he's so attacking. It's not funny.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
but if we don't want Ziyech to do these sort of things from the wing to cut in, we could possibly even go with, let's say, Pulisic. And these are just different permutation, guys. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
this is not set in stones.
Yeah.
We can have Pulisic, we can have Cho, and we can have Cho on this side. I think Cho on the right side is very decent. I think many people tend to disregard this a little bit, but I think Callum on the right side is not that bad at all, man. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. He's played every game in. I mean, except one game, right? He's played on the left side, and rest all in the preseason. He's played every game in the right wing back as a right wing
Yeah,
back. So
yeah.
maybe the formation that we had initially with three at the back and Hudson-Odoi as a wing back, maybe that is what Thomas Tuchel is perceiving for the next season. Knowing the fact that Hudson-Odoi will be very good overlapping, and that can actually convert itself into a back four in the mid of the game, right? Having Hudson-Odoi at the right flank position. So yeah, I think so that formation actually makes sense. But then yes, if you add like this also it's particularly the same, right? Here's what happened. Here's what happening is we're just shifting Reece James to the extreme right side. But this, if you see, it's particularly this although the same position, it's just an advanced offensive form of the
Very
back
right,
three.
very true, very true. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
Callum as a wing back is generally in
yeah.
this position anyway.
It's just like if you shift Hudson-Odoi and Reece James a little bit down, it becomes a back three, 3-4-3, proper 3-4-3 formation, and that's what I'm talking about. This is particularly going to be that. Yeah. Just look at that. Just a small shift, and it becomes a 3-4-3, right?
Yeah,
Just like that. So basically, 3-4-3 is and 3-4-2-1 is 4-2-3-1 is an advanced form, an attacking form of a
true.
3-4-3, right? So basically this is going to be our structure, and then just to show the defensive rigidity, we're going to go for a back three. And Hudson-Odoi has to bring out the best in him offensively and defensively, especially defensively, to actually fill the role here. We know the fact that in an advanced form, this a back four, and the defensively we're stable. But then Hudson-Odoi also needs to increase his work rate defensively, so that we get an extra man advantage in the defensive side. So I think so. This is going to be the main structure, but then it'll be interesting to see if Thomas Tuchel actually does a proper shift to a back four. I don't think so that should happen, but then yeah, this is the basic structure of the next formation. I think so.
Yeah, 100% agreed. I mean, look how easily we've just shifted from four at the back to three. So if we were to make this a four again, literally Havertz will start drifting in. Callum goes further, and then all of a sudden we have a four at the back. So it's very easily, as Ishan said, if you want an advanced level of attacking, then you can just push Callum up, and then all of a sudden you have four at the back. And then as soon as you see that, okay, we need to be a little bit more defensive, all of a sudden you can be defensive. Right. But at the same time, you can still maintain your attack. It's not like attacking-wise you're any worse. So the formation is so fluid. That's why I think, Ishan, we see so much formational changes when Thomas Tuchel plays.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty certain you could probably even turn this into a 4-2-2 at times.
Yeah.
You could probably even turn this into
it does happen in game. It does happen, right?
In game, it does happen. As I said, like maybe Havertz can go line by line with Lukaku, and then all of a sudden it's a 4-2-2.
Yeah. Right. And again, another thing is whenever we play a back three, and basically when we play a 3-4-1-2, right? So basically there's one number 10 and two strikers, one being the false nine. So even that transform into a 3-5-2. right?
Yeah, exactly. That can transform into a 3-5-2 as well.
If
Exactly.
you can demonstrate and show, that'll be fine.
Exactly. Well, let's demonstrate that. We can easily turn this into a 3-5-2 as well, where you know,
Yeah, so basically this is a
literally
three
like
four
that.
one two position, right? 3-4-1-2, and basically what happens is on the verge of attack, this number 10 drops back deep, and this
Yeah.
literally becomes a 3-5-2 formation.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. And obviously, you'll change the players around. In this situation, you may have maybe a Ziyech or a Mount,
Yeah,
and then up front you'll probably have a Havertz and a Lukaku. But so much variations that can be done with this particular set of players. I think it's interesting. The character of players that we have allows us to be so flexible, and I think this is probably why Thomas Tuchel wants us to. He doesn't want players to be penciled in a particular position, Ishan. He wants players to be moving around, constantly changing, and absolutely just freaking out the defense, the opposition defense. Because if you can have so many variations within the game, the opposition defenders will just not know what to do anymore. Literally, they will
yeah,
not know what to
yeah.
do.
And this fluidic nature of this formation absolutely humbles or disregards Pep Guardiola's all the
You go
animation with
long, you go sideways, the wingers go sideways, and the midfielders are so close, and the little pass,
and the wingers go wide.
and they go long. But I can see some comments here saying that, do we need a CDM now? The people are saying if someone like Kante gets injured in this situation, then we do need a CDM. Because I feel like if Jorginho is unavailable, maybe Kovacic can do the job a little bit, not
Yeah,
completely, because Jorginho does it in a different manner. But if Kante is injured in this sort of situation,
yeah,
we don't have another Kante-esque kind of a player.
yeah.
I mean,
What do you think, Miss? What's gonna happen to Loftus Cheek? Is he going out alone?
oh man, how do you fit Loftus Cheek, Ishan? Honestly, where do you put him in this
Has
team?
to be one of the double pivot, Miss. No else option.
Either double pivot or this position here. But then
He
there's so much competition for that position. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. He has to actually literally wait for his opportunity for one of those double two, to get maybe touch wood, but net get injured or maybe be unavailable, and then he can hop in and get his gaming time and at least fulfill the requirements of that double pivot position. But then, who else can be fit? We've got Gilmore out, yeah.
We got
Uh,
Gilmore out.
Barkley's not going to play in that
We're not gonna
formation.
give Ross Barkley or
Yeah,
Drinkwater. They have to go.
they have to go.
Um,
Yeah,
some people are saying Ampadu. Ampadu, honestly, he's not going to be playing in
yeah,
a
yeah,
double pivot. He's either going to be in the middle of the back three, which is what he's played.
yeah.
I highly doubt Thomas Tuchel will use him as a double pivot player.
And Miss, even do you think actually Ampadu qualifies enough to play for the Chelsea's first team?
I don't think he does. I really
Yeah,
don't think he qualifies for it because there is so much competition in that back three. Christensen in this lineup doesn't start. Do you think Christensen's going to be happy that he doesn't start?
yeah,
It's unbelievable. Um, Jaleel Robinson is saying we need Shermani. I think that's a very good shout. Shermani is someone who can play that Kante role. This is what a lot of people have been saying. I've seen some footages as well that he can be box to box. I mean, Ishan, obviously we are not going to. I mean, it is done. It's just an announcement that we're waiting on Lukaku. Looks like Jules Kounde is the next one that we're interested in. I think that should be done as well because Sevilla is looking to sell. We are the only interested party, and Jules Kounde has absolutely agreed everything with us, personal terms and everything agreed. So that should be the next one that gets done very soon, straight after this Lukaku one is announced. I mean, do you see the need for another midfielder, I suppose, still after all of those things are done? Because obviously Billy Gilmore has been gone on loan. Or do you keep someone like Ruben Loftus-Cheek to void that gap? Or do you go into the market and get someone like Shermani?
if we do keep Ruben Loftus-Cheek or any guy from the loanies, it's crystal clear that we are going for Declan Rice for the next season, 100%. If we do not sign Shomeni or a Kamavinga this season, it's crystal clear that we are going for Declan Rice for the next season. We might be trying to adjust ourselves, playing Ruben Loftus-Cheek in the games that he's required. If everything goes good, Kante, Jorginho, and Kovacic, they stay fit. Even Loftus-Cheek wouldn't be required for majority of the games, right? So if Chelsea does not go after Shomeni or does not sign a Kamavinga, let's say, this season, we're definitely heading for a Declan Rice next season, because Declan Rice price is going to drop next season, and it'll be easier to sign Declan Rice for the next season. Talking about Kounde, yes, I mean, everything is very much agreed with Kounde as far as personal terms are concerned. But there is complications with the player swap situation.
Yeah.
And
Zuma
final
situation
price.
and all of that.
Yeah, so maybe Zuma is the complication that we're talking about here. So Chelsea wants to basically lower down the transfer fee of Jules Kounde from near about 50 to 60 million. It's what they're asking about Sevilla, and Chelsea wants Zuma to be the part of the deal, but then Zuma is looking to stay in London, and maybe he's inclining towards West Ham probably, or maybe an Arsenal, or there are talks about Tottenham Hotspurs as well. So maybe Zuma is the deal, and Kounde might happily come to Chelsea, but the negotiation is his club does not want any swap deal. Again, it's the same story, that swap deals are not being agreed by clubs nowadays. They feel like it's a loss to them, because they do not know that this player who's incoming as a swap deal part is going to be that valuable to that club or not. And they cannot actually estimate the profit and loss quite correctly if there is a swap deal. So that's why they actually refrain from having a swap deal. So that, I think, so that's the only negotiation. The only complication with this deal is, I think, the transfer fee. Chelsea's current situation might be they're negotiating for the transfer fee to drop down a little bit, anywhere around, I guess, 40 to 50 million. Maybe Chelsea would agree, but Kounde is a good player, and his club does not want anything less than 50, maybe 50, 55 to 60. So just that's the complication with Kounde, I think. So it'll be in the next done deal if Chelsea negotiates well there.
Yeah, no, man, 100% agreed, man. By the way, this is the lineup. Ladies and gentlemen, what's the lineup that you would like to see against Crystal Palace, which is just around the corner, about a week away? I mean, we can do the Villarreal one, but I feel like let's do I don't know whether Lukaku will start against Villarreal. That's the thing. So we'll discuss that down the track when we do the preview. But against Crystal Palace, Ishan, this is the lineup that I think I'd go with Reece James, Silva, Rudiger at the back, Jorginho, Kante, Ziyech, sort of that number 10 role. Mason Mount, I don't know whether he's going to be fit enough until Crystal Palace comes in. Callum Hudson-Odoi as a right wing back, but more as a right winger, and then Chilwell as a left wing back. Havertz and Lukaku up front with Werner coming off the bench. I mean, does this make sense to you for Palace, or what would you do?
For Palace, yes, this makes total sense. I think so. Mason Mount should be fit by then. I think so. He should be fit and ready to go by then. But the interesting part is sacrifice. There has to be one.
There has to be sacrifice.
You can see the situation where we cannot even keep the name of the likes of Christensen at the back, and Pulisic at the front. We were struggling to even fit with the players. So yeah, that's the story, and that's the difficulty that Thomas Tuchel is going to face. But then yes, that the good part is we're going to have lots of combination plays. That there are going to be lots of rotations, and the chemistry between the team. I don't know how it's going to be cemented with so many rotations. But then yes, all I know is that the whole team is going to be surround their gameplay, build up their gameplay around Romelu Lukaku next season.
Yeah, man, 100%. The live chat is saying link L1K917 Mendy, Kounde, Rudiger, Chilwell, Reece James. Let's play this up a little bit, because he's been asking for this particular lineup. So Rudiger, and Kounde as the two at the back, if I'm reading this right. Let's take all of these other extra people out for the time being. So Kounde and Rudiger at the back, Reece James and Chilwell. So we've got Chilwell here. So let's just take all of this out. So Chilwell as the left back, Reece James as the right back. And then you've got Lukaku, Ziyech, Kovacic, Jorginho. So maybe Kova generally plays on this side. So Kova, George, and what else are we doing here? Lukaku. So Lukaku over there. Ziyech. Is this enough players? I think you're missing players. Am I right? Yeah, you didn't give me enough players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah,
my man, you didn't even give me enough players. I forgot Kounde. Okay, he said he's forgot Kounde. So Kounde in midfield. Okay. So are you going with something like this? Kounde, something like that, and then so Ziyech and Havertz. Did you say Ziyech and Havertz? Okay. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this particular formation from L1KN17? I feel like this lineup is decent, but do we really need to have Kounde, Kovacic, Jorginho? I mean, is there a need to have all of these guys? And also Rudiger and Kounde, and no Thiago Silva, which is going to be very, very strange. I don't think Kounde is going to be ahead of Thiago Silva at the time being. Yeah, as I said, there'll be rotation and whatnot. But this guy better be going up and down a lot. I mean, Ishan, what do you think about this lineup, man? I don't like that midfield. I feel like that's too much, man.
Yeah, it's a traditional 4-3-3, right? And very well said by one guy in the chat that if this is the case, then you need to have two attacking eights. Agreed, but I'm not sure if Thomas Tuchel would play this formation. Yes, this looks good, but then this is something that we had Frank Lampard playing with this in his managerial terms. Then yes, I mean this has its own productivity. This formation 4-3-3, but then I'm not sure if this would bring out the best of Havertz, because basically you're putting Havertz in the left wing position.
Wing. Yeah, I don't think he's a winger. I'm not sure if Havertz is a winger.
You don't have a space for Mount, and you don't have the space for Werner, Pulisic. So yes, this is a good shot. If you want to play Pulisic there, it might make sense. But where's Havertz and Mount then, right? You need to have one of those guys in the team. So it actually, this restricts the fluidity and flexibility in the team. Which
See, I like this. This is what I was hoping for. This is the exact comment that I was hoping for, because and once again, L1K917, I'm not having a go at you, but there's a reason why I wanted to play your formation out, because I was hoping that you're going to say this particular comment, because I knew that it didn't look right. And you've just said no right now, Arins, yeah, you're right. I didn't think this right. And then he goes on to say, my bad, guys, I didn't think it straight. See, that's the thing. LK917, literally not that long ago, you were laughing at the formations that we were doing. But as soon as I brought up your formation, now you think that, you didn't think it through. It's very difficult. Once again, as I'm saying, I'm not having a go at you, but it's very difficult. It's very, very difficult. And we need to understand some of the things. We can't just throw names there. We need to think about exactly how it's going to work out. let's bring up this particular comments from Slim Reaper. Choose 11, not the formation. LK saying I chose 11, not the formation. They go side by side, man. Which comment is it, Ishan? Can you see it?
Yeah, I can.
Is it this one? Where's Mount? This one?
No. It's above that. It's above that.
It's above that?
Above that, yeah. 10:44.
10:44. What does the comment say from Slim Reaper?
He says, "Make big up Miss Bro." He starts with that.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Big up, Miss Bro, working hard again today. You're smashing it with all these live streams at the moment, my G. Enjoyed the work on Barca's financial troubles. Brilliant work from you guys. Villa fan in peace. Thank you so much, Slim. The Barca financial troubles, I have to say massive thank you to Ishan. He's done a lot of homework for that one. So guys, do check that out. He's done some phenomenal work, and that stream yesterday was absolutely buzzing. We had nearly 700 people live, so it was brilliant. But let's change this around a little bit, because this formation is really freaking me out a little bit. Yeah, man, it's a bit too much. Let's go back over here. Let's just change things around. I think this has to be silver, to be honest. RJ's fine over there. That's okay. I would have Callum. Come on. So Callum could be a bit higher up. We'll play with the double pivot. So something like this. And Chilwell can be somewhere around there. And then this one can be Ziyech. You can have your Lukaku and have it sort of there. Yeah, this will probably more or less, the lineup in the next coming few matches, man. But Zeke is saying, Miz, is that the new shirt you got on? No, this one came quite a few months ago, actually. The new shirt that I bought is the yellow one. So hopefully that'll be here very, very soon over the next couple of weeks. Ishan's got a yellow one as well, which is going to be very, very interesting. Ishan, let's talk a little bit about now our expectations around Romelu Lukaku and what we're expecting in terms of, the different competitions. Someone's also saying, what happens to Pulisic? Look, Pulisic, he's going to have to work very hard. He's going to have to work very, very hard. He's been played as a right wing back in the last couple of games for Thomas Tuchel. So I don't know if that's saying something that he needs to develop his game there, because I don't know how he's going to get his games up front, because you've got so many players. Timo Werner didn't even get into that particular team. So you can understand what's going on in this particular team. I mean, Ishan, first of all, what's your expectation with Romelu Lukaku? How many goals do you expect him to bang in? And expectation for the season as well, Ishan. I mean, are we genuine title contenders now? Can we match with Man City? And also domestic cups, Club World Cup, obviously Super Cup coming up, and the Champions League. Can we do it again?
Yeah, definitely. If we didn't sign a striker, I would say no. I would straightway say no, because it's not easy, knowing the fact that Man United, the way they've furnished the squad now, and with the likes of Sancho, Varane coming up, it's massive for them. Also, look at Man City. They've signed Jack Grealish, broken the transfer record. They're about to sign Kane. If that happens, Man City are gonna be untouchable. If they sign a Kane, have a Grealish in the squad as well, oh my days, they're already the Premier League champions without a number 9, and adding Kane and Grealish to it is going to be mad. So I wouldn't have said that we would have been the contenders if we didn't sign a striker. Now we've got Lukaku. I would definitely say yes, we're in the run, but it's still going to be very, very difficult to cope up with Man City, because a Pep Guardiola without a striker can win you a Premier League. Just imagine a Pep Guardiola with a striker and adding Jack Grealish to it. it's going to be matched. So it's going to be very tough. I'm not going to say that it's going to be easy. It's a cakewalk. Absolutely not. It's going to be a tough competition. Also from United, Liverpool as well. Van Dijk is back. If he really again rejuvenates his form back to what it was before his injury, it's going to be very very difficult to beat Liverpool as well. So as from Lukaku's perspective, I think so. Minimum 20 goals should be his mark. Minimum 20 goals should be his mark. If it's anything below that, it's going to be difficult to justify his price tag, right? So minimum 20 goals should be the benchmark for Lukaku. Yes, I'm confident with Lukaku. For the Champions League, again, Mr. Paris Saint-Germain, they're on some good roll there. I mean, I see Paris Saint-Germain as favorites. I'm not gonna even lie. Everything aside, banter aside, vastness aside, that team is something else. And if PSG does not win the UCL, despite of having these number of signings, lock it. Just lock it. Just shut down the club, shut down the shop, head away home, everybody. I mean, it'll be a disgrace if they don't win the Champions League next season. But then, yes, it'll be a tough competition. If Chelsea can win without a striker, having a new manager in the mid of the season, then Chelsea can definitely win the next time also. So high expectations. Yes, we can definitely win the Champions League and Premier League as well.
Yeah, I have to agree with you as well. 20 goals minimum for Romelu Lukaku. I think he's capable of doing that. He's in his prime. We should definitely be challenging for the Premier League title. I think we've got all the ingredients now to challenge for a Premier League title. We're still to get Kounde. We're probably going to get a midfielder as well. So we should be ready completely. And Thomas Tuchel said it, that he's going to be chasing after Man City from day one last season. So it's on. Champions League, as you said, Ishan. I just saw Fabrizio Romano's tweet. Looks like Messi will be going to PSG. Talks are almost finalized. He will be going to PSG. And if that's the case, PSG, I mean, you have to win the Champions League. You have to with that team. But we should be there as well. We've got a fantastic team. We should be there as well. And yeah, domestic cups, Ishan, we should be competing. I think, look, I don't want to disregard Man City. With Grealish, and if they can get Harry Kane, they become very dangerous as well, man. Kevin De Bruyne just behind them. That's a phenomenal team.
Yeah.
Man United with Sancho. I think Man United's biggest issue is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I just can't take him seriously under Thomas Tuchel. I think Tuchel and Pep Guardiola will go head to head. But then Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool. What do you think about Liverpool, man? I mean, I still think they may give it a good chance one more time. Van Dijk is back, so that's going to be very, very impressive again.
There's also Kounde. Kounde have signed for Liverpool, right? Kounde is going to have a season.
Yeah, Kounde is going to have a season as well. So that's going to be very, very interesting.
I think so. You know what, Miss, for Chelsea, it'll be very, very important in the next season to not lose for against the bottom table teams. It'll be very, very crucial to not lose a single point from those bottom table teams or the teams from 10 to 20th.
Southampton, I don't think we got 2 draws against Southampton last season.
West Bromwich, although they're relegated, but still.
Well, we lost twice against. Oh no, one draw,
one lost.
So
one humiliating loss, man. Oh my
man, honestly, these are the games. Leeds as well. The second time around, it was a draw. Who else did we draw? Aston Villa. We lost, I think, against Aston Villa in the last.
Aston Villa, we lost. Yeah, we lost
can't be losing.
Arsenal. We lost
Arsenal. 2 losses. 2 losses to Arsenal. So we can't do that. We can't do that. Top 4 Tactics. This is Ryan. Thank you so much, Ryan. I would love to have you on the channel back again very, very soon. We need to do tactical analysis with now Lukaku back. I would love to see what you have to say. How would Lukaku play in our system with the skill set that he has? Don't think Lukaku would be fit for Wednesday, lads. Has he even played a friendly yet? Serie A begins August 21st. Also, he would only have 1 to 2 training sessions. This is what Ishan was saying. I don't think he will be ready for the Super Cup, but he may be ready for the Crystal Palace game. It would be nice to see him play off the bench, though. That'd be very, very nice to see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. We've covered everything possible. We will talk about this a lot more tomorrow. It's 3:30 a.m. at Sydney. I want to go to bed immediately. For Ishan, it's getting late as well, so we're going to go to bed. And we shall see you guys tomorrow. I think Matisse has lined up a emergency show tomorrow morning, so do look out for that. And I'll probably have a show on my channel after Matisse's show. So that will be very, very good, where we will talk about more on this particular topic, and obviously the Messi situation. And obviously next up is Jules Kounde. I think he will be the next target now that Romelu Lukaku is done and dusted. So hope you guys enjoyed this particular show. Do smash the like button. Still got over 200 people. Hope you've enjoyed the formation side of things as well. Hope you've enjoyed our the sunglasses theatrics and all the different tweets that we've gone through. It's a great day. We've got our striker, big number 9 player, is back. And it's fantastic to be a Chelsea fan once again, man. Hope you guys enjoyed this. As I said, smash the like button and subscribe. We're very, very close to 7,000 subscribers. So hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification as well, and check out Ishan and my socials in the description, especially the Instagram. Go and follow us. Until next time, everyone, take care.